Hi, I'm Trish.
And I'm Gary. And on this episode,
we're going to give you a tour of our brand new 2025 Grand Design Solitude 376 RD.
Coming up. We started full-timing in our RV about a year ago in June. It's now July, so 1 month past our 1 year anniversary. And we are coming from a 2023 Grand Design Reflection 337 RLS. And we quickly knew that we needed a bigger RV. So that's when we started looking at the Solitudes. Of course, we wanted a Solitude, a long time ago. And now we're finally here.
So come on in and we'll show you the inside first. Come on in. This is Penny.
That's Penny. She wants to go outside. And that's Walter. He's a new addition to our family.
We're going to start up here and work our way back. So this is the family room in the back, the raised family room. And one of the things that really sold us on this model was having a little more separation of space from the Reflection to the Solitude. Gary works from home, and so having separation of a workspace in the dining area and then having more of a larger family room area was important to us. So that really appealed to us. And it's almost very similar to our Imagine that we had, our 3100. In terms of the same setup.
I'm trying to raise the lights.
Trying to raise the lights, yeah. So
which we have to point out.
So up here, you can see that you have two sofas. Both of those fold out into beds. So when the kids and the grandkids show up, they've got a place to sleep.
Penny.
This is Penny.
Hi.
We have two recliners that are electric, so that's better than our old ones.
Yeah, it was fun watching you try them out for the first time in our video where we went to get the RV.
Yeah, so that was really awesome. We have a fireplace, and there's plenty of storage up here. I will point out that the two cabinets here on the side are very deep, but they're just tall cabinets, and so we're trying to find some kind of solution that would give us shelving.
So they go way back, all the way to the wall, all the way to the back wall.
Yep. So lots of storage. We have a televator. We did not have that before. So here's the televator, which is kind of fun. But when it's down, you have a beautiful view out this beautiful back window. So another thing that we really loved about this Solitude in this model was we were able to pick the lighter decor, which is called Dove, because I didn't want the dark decor, and the number of windows that are in this model really brighten it up. I got
a couple of things I want to make sure you mention.
Yeah, I was going to say, in our first video, I thought these were art, because I couldn't figure out how to turn them on, these sconces. So I was like, I think they're just art.
We had such a good laugh about
And we had such a good laugh about it.
I think it's art.
But then we figured out,
it's not art.
And then he said, it's not art, but it took us a while to figure out where the switch was underneath.
It's pretty hidden. I mean, you have to look really closely.
So, but these are really pretty in the evening.
It's right there.
Really pretty in the evening for a little extra lighting.
We're just trying to
Don't
save you.
Don't make fun of me.
No, I'm not. We're just trying to save you from making the same mistake we did.
Yeah.
So no surprise. You'll know what it is. Hey, speaking of lights, I kind of indicated this before, but these lights are all dimmable. All the ceiling lights in here are dimmable. That includes the bedroom.
Yep.
Which we'll show you, I guess. But you can dim it from a couple of the switches. This one here in the living area, also the bedroom switch, because I made a comment in our video, our reveal video, that it just like it's a one-way switch, and the reason why is because it's a dimmer. It's a built-in dimmer, and then you can also dim them from the control panel.
We have lots of shout outs to our friends Pat and Earl Bowman, because they actually showed us a lot of things in our rig that we didn't even know. And also, I'm going to show you some of the mods that we made and those ideas that I got from her. So really appreciate
the other
that.
thing I wanted to point out is, in our previous RVs, we always were trying to figure out how can we get the TV to run through the stereo speakers, and everybody has to do a modification. So I'm happy to share that this stereo is connected to your television. So you just have to switch it over to TV and turn your volume on your TV all the way down, or turn off the volume ability on the TV in your settings on the TV, and then you can listen to your TV shows and movies on your stereo. And here's the speakers. Anything else we wanted to point out in here?
Mm-mm.
And we've got some hidden storage in there.
Yeah, there's some storage over here. This is my seat because this is where I have my glasses and chargers and book lights and
anything
remotes.
we wanted to hide so you guys didn't see it.
So that's a nice little storage. There are USB plugs and things all around for chargers and things like that. So that's a big help.
Yeah.
Yeah, so moving down into the kitchen, these are all my mixed tiles. These are great.
This is our dear sweet Levi, who's
Who
not
we
with
just-
us anymore.
We just lost him in April.
But we think he's been reincarnated in that little dog that we got outside. He's totally a puppy. He's a rescue, and from Texas.
Yep.
You want to tell his little backstory real quick?
Well, real quick, he was found on the side of the road at 8 weeks old, and somebody found him and then put him in through connections into foster.
Where's this?
In Houston.
Yeah, Texas.
In Houston, Texas, where there is a huge stray dog problem there. And so he was in foster care for about 4 months, and then I saw his picture and I had to have him. So a group of volunteers transported him from Houston to Virginia, and then our daughter picked him up in Northern Virginia and then brought him to Richmond, and
we took him home from there.
We took him home from there.
What's his
Memorial Day. His name is Walter, Texas Ranger. Get it?
Because he's from Texas.
Because he's from Texas. Yeah. So one of the things that I love about the kitchen is the coffee bar. I love this. I will say that moving into this kitchen from the Reflection 337, it is configured differently in terms of that one had a full pantry. So moving into the Solitude, you lose a pantry, but one of the reasons that we chose this model was because it's really important that we have bathroom access when we're on the road. And the other one that has the pantry and the little half bath, you can't access that because the bathroom is on the other side of the master, so you can't access the bathroom from the road. So that was another big reason why we chose this one. But this kitchen has a lot of features. It's got an island. One of the things that I love is that it has a glass washer like that. So it does have a glass washer. That's kind of fun.
What did Will say to us? Will was our friend at Webb's RV in Bangor, Maine, who pretty much runs the place. It's a family business, but Will at least runs the sales side of things. And he came in here and said, make sure you have a cup on that. Don't press it down or else it'll hit your ceiling.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different faucet, but one of the things, and it comes with a kitchen like dish pan as well as a produce washing pan. Those are not in here right now. But one of the things that's really cool is that it does have this feature. So if you're washing berries and veggies, you can do that. One of the things that we love is it's got 2 different sprayers. I really love the basket weave one.
Yeah.
It's very pretty. So, and it has a soap
dispenser,
dispenser, right, which is really easy to fill. You just pull that up and you fill it there.
That's another thing we learned.
Yeah, another thing we learned. So it has plenty of storage. Some of the things that are a huge plus for me in this kitchen, because I am a cook and a baker, is that it has a full oven. So great, and it has a 4-burner stove. So we have plenty of
Oh, I meant to have these on for the
plenty of space. We have a microwave here. This is one of my favorite features. This is the spice rack. So you pull it out and then you click down and here is the spice rack. So it's just a great use of space and I just think that's really neat.
All the cabinets and doors are soft close.
Soft close.
Drawers and doors are
Yep.
soft close.
Yep.
So we like that.
Yep. Couple of mods that we did in here. Again, thanks to Pat and Earl, primarily Pat. This drawer, these cabinets are very deep, but in order to get to them was a little tricky. So we ordered these drawer slides from Amazon.
Yeah, we could probably put a link.
And we can put a link in the description, and that just made it much easier to access my pots and pans. So we did that. The other thing that we changed in here was down here there are two drawers. This one had dog bowls in it, tiny little dog bowls, but we knew we wouldn't use them, so we took them out so that we would have additional storage there. So because you lose the pantry, you have to come up with other solutions, and so our pantry is here, but I also have these awesome storage containers from Walmart that I can put a link in too. So we use these up and down, and these pull right out, and they're tiered so that you can see what's in the back.
But one of the things that we had to adjust to is the depth of these drawers and cabinets.
Yes.
Because you can see how narrow that is.
Yep.
So in our last video, I kept the word of the video was that's deep. It was deep. Everything was deep. Like these cabinets have good depth to them. The ones in the family room, living room have good depth to them, but these do not.
No, and
I'm
so
afraid to
that
open
was
them,
kind of a change. Yeah, so they're
See, that's
very
it.
they're very shallow drawers. So in terms of configuration of space, that was a little challenging. Even these, you would think with these spaces on here that they are going to be really deep, but they're not actually. They're just short here. So you just had to, like, you know, change things up a little bit of how you're going to organize your space, but it still is a very workable kitchen.
And it's the rig overall.
The
is
rig, right?
beautiful.
The benefits outweighed some of the things that I was missing.
I think the thought process was, hey, we're giving you all this outside storage, which I'll
Right.
show you when I give you the outside tour.
Right.
And so the things you don't use very often or the oversized things, we give you plenty of space downstairs.
So we have a full-size residential fridge. I mean, it's bigger than the one we had in our sticks and bricks, with a freezer down below. Plenty of storage there for everything that you might need.
Yeah, we were a little disappointed that we thought there was going to be an ice maker, but
Yeah.
apparently a lot of complaints about problems winterizing that part of the RV.
Right.
And so I think Grand Design decided not to do that anymore. But since we live in it full time, we're like, that really wouldn't be an issue for us.
Right. Yeah, that was a little disappointing. But I could also see, like, in traveling, as I mentioned before, like in our sticks and bricks house, the back of the ice maker came detached, and then there was water damage all throughout our kitchen, and we had to pull up our floor and everything, and that happened in a house. So I could also see that could be problematic in a camper as you're traveling down the road. That could have caused some other damage.
Yeah,
so.
in our case, and probably in every refrigerator case, it's just a little tube that feeds
Right.
water to the ice maker, and the ice maker itself allows that water to flow and not flow, and it wasn't attached properly, and so when that happens, that water's just going to run. And so,
And we know that we don't want that
I
in
just
the
hit my
camper.
microphone.
Yeah, we don't want that in the camper.
Right.
So the dining area, I love. You can see I added some command hooks here,
There's Walter.
so that we can hang dog leashes, strong enough for purses and hats and things. One of the things that I love about this Solitude is the legless table. So the 337 Reflection had the table with the big post in the middle and the feet on it. What a pain to clean and to vacuum under there. So definitely love that it's a legless table. It allows us plenty of room. I did get these chair covers because the chairs are light cream colored, and they could easily get stained, or if you spill anything on them. And so
another tip from Pat.
Got these from Amazon, and they slide right over and they're washable. So that,
and then look how strong they are. Trisha has her purse on here.
Yeah.
And it holds it. And they're just command hooks, right?
Just command hooks, yep.
So one thing we should point out too is this is new in the second half of 2025. And we get a lot of compliments on it.
Yeah, we do get a lot of compliments.
Everybody's like, I love that light, because they'll see it in the window.
It's really unique.
And then you get a matching one over your dinette.
So one of the things that's new for us in the Solitude versus the Reflection is a coat closet, which we did not have before. And so that is huge for us since we live in it full time.
And we sometimes forget we
like,
have it.
Where's my raincoat?
So we leave our coats hanging here for weeks.
Or I'll be like, wait a minute, where is my raincoat, or where is my vest? Oh yeah, it's in the coat closet that we didn't know we had.
Let me point something else out. The RV came with the Lippert Thin Shade Prep, and we bought the Thin Shade online. I think Amazon, $70, something like that. The thing is, though, we don't really use it.
No, it's hard
because you got to open the screen door and the other door to access it. It's kind of a pain to do every night. So I just put it down and left it down. I don't know if you mind that or not, but
no,
I did.
I don't, because it was too much of a pain.
Yeah.
So
and with the dogs, you want to talk about?
Oh
these things?
yeah, so we Penny is not so much, but when we had Levi, he was old and was 11, and he didn't like slippery stairs. So we bought the step covers or step pads for them, but it actually does make them a lot more grippy because they're a little slippery.
And it was like a pack of 12, so when
Yeah,
we wear
so we
these
have
out,
plenty.
we got plenty more.
So moving into our bathroom, this bathroom sold it for me. I mean, my 337, the Reflection, was great, but when I saw this, I was like, oh! 2 double sinks, tons of storage with medicine cabinets on each side, tons of storage underneath each sink, drawers in the middle, and then it even has for your electrical hair dryer and for your curling irons and stuff. You
and
got all
USB
of that.
is on there too.
USB. But then, I mean, even the linen.
Can we switch with you?
Yeah, the linen storage. Ow. Is huge. So tons of storage in here.
And what is it? What's the word?
Deep.
It's deep.
Deep storage. And a beautiful shower. So with the rain head and multi-features on that. So could not be happier with the size of the shower.
And I want you to note
And
how
bathroom.
clean it is, because I just cleaned it. We have been forever trying to get this video done. We've been in it, 4 months now?
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, and it's like we're just trying to live in
But
it and figure it out.
Trying to find where everything goes and,
Yeah.
configure things differently that maximize the space. And we still have some challenges with that.
Yeah, when you see the basement, you'll understand.
understand.
You'll see it there too.
But,
But this window, I like to just point out, it's huge. And, if you got a close neighbor, you're definitely going to want to close this door if you're in the bathroom. But we love the light that this brings in. And when it gets hot out and the sun's like hitting this and cooking, open up your, what's that called, awning, and if there's no wind, and it really helps a lot with the heat.
So, master bedroom, wonderful. In the 337 Reflection, I did have a washer and dryer, but it was in the front cap closet, and I'm still working full-time as a teacher. So every weekend, and so I need my work clothes, and so every weekend when I would have to do laundry, I would have to open the closet, take all the clothes off the bar, off the hanging rack, to access the washer on one side, the dryer on the other, on the floor. And then when you're done with the laundry, put everything back. And if you didn't get your laundry done on Saturday, you did the same thing again on Sunday. So I was forever taking things out of the closet, putting them back in. And I thought, how did I ever think that I could live like that? So this is my pride and joy, is the stackable washer and dryer.
Well, it got me doing laundry too.
Yeah.
So much that Trisha said, that's my job.
That's my job to do the laundry. So, king size bed, storage underneath, drawers here.
Do you want to lift the bed up?
No, because it's heavy.
Well, when you lift it up, there's a little narrow cabinet. Yeah, we won't spend a lot of time on it. There's this that has storage in it.
And so you can lift this up. Got
Trisha's
all my
got her
purses.
purses in there. You got storage here.
There. I love the side
has
tables.
The wings, which I got my CPAP machine in.
Got the side tables
and I just showed our safe.
For that. And then it does have a nice big double closet. It also has a hamper over here, which
in the last video, I gave Trisha heck for saying we won't use that. Well, guess what? We don't.
We don't use it. So we could use it for storage, like to put our sweatshirts and stuff in the off season. Or things like that. Or
extra sheets.
Extra sheets, bedding, right. But we don't use it for laundry because, again, I would have to dig it out. And it also doesn't hold very much. So you have to dig it out to do that. It's much easier for us to have a laundry basket. So... Anyway, everybody RVs in their own way.
That's right. RV comes with a television. It's a Google TV.
Yep.
Not a. It's a smart TV. It was a Roku before.
Not a Roku. Yeah.
Now it's and it was a TCL Roku TV, and now it's just a TCL with Google TV.
This slides open and has storage, and then you got the storage here. There's also one in the kitchen that does that opens up.
Yeah. To the living room. But these, you can open up this one, I think.
I've got a lot of stuff shoved in here, but they're nice and big.
And they're bigger drawers than these because they're only this deep.
Yeah.
So they're actually not even that deep, I don't think.
So, but that's it. So the headboard, that folds down to be like a headboard, but you can then flip that up for to have a shelf for your books and your night lights and all of that. And this is Penny's sleeping bag blanket on our beddies.
Yeah, we have a
which
beddies.
We love.
Yeah, we do love that.
Okay.
What else do you want to point? Oh, we got outlets and USBs on both sides.
Yep.
Right there.
Which comes in really handy with those tables because, like, if I'm working on my laptop or my iPad, my Kindle, whatever, I can plug it in, charge it, but then I can also just put it on that table.
Yeah.
So, lots of that. What do you think, Penny? She's like, I don't know what you're doing.
I feel like we just flew through everything.
No, I mean, we really covered everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but this is our home.
So, I'll give you the outside tour. Trisha's like, do I have to participate in that? And I'm like, I guess not. So, that'll probably just be me solo. But I will point out, one of the things we did is we upgraded our solar package one level. Because you have two levels, I believe, in solar upgrades. And what we did is we added a solar panel, got a 2,000 watt inverter, which came with this remote control panel. And there are other features, but that's how you control the inverter from here. And it comes in handy because we've lost power. We're in Maine for the summer, and we've lost power a couple of times in the middle of the night. And so that'll just kick on, and that allows me to continue to use my CPAP machine, which is nice. So I think that's a worthwhile upgrade. It's not the full big solar upgrade, which is like $15,000, which you can find useful if you boondock a lot. But I can't wait to show you the features that we have on the outside. Anything else you want to add?
No, just wanted to show that I mentioned that this actually flips up right here, and it's just deep enough for junk mail. And you know,
clutter that we
a
want to
little
hide.
clutter that you want to hide, like an extra dog leash or something. So that I was kind of like, what would you put up here? So, but we found out that that's where you put all your junk mail. So that is that. So I know that there are a lot of dealer videos about the 376, but this is one of the few that actually gives a full tour of one that's set up and lived in. If you like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I will put the links to all of the mods and the different things that I showed that I'm using. I'll put those in the description.
So with the inside tour completed, let's show you the outside. So one thing I want you to keep in mind as we do this tour is this is like a mid-year Grand Design Solitude that has some changes to the beginning of the year. For starters, Grand Design updated the graphics package. So the front cap looks a little more different, looks a little different than the early 25 and also previous year models. So we'll notice this as I walk around the RV, and we'll show you some of those differences. So that's the first one. They always had the front cap lit up as far as I know, but the graphics and just the color of the front cap is a bit different than years before. Another thing that I wanted to point out as far as upgrades is on the inside. I was telling you that we did one upgrade to the solar package, which included a 2,000 watt inverter and an extra solar panel. We also opted in to do the generator. This is a propane generator. And the other thing we did is I added a Renogy smart lithium battery that actually has internal heating. It's self-heating. So if the temperature drops close to freezing, because it'll start up before it actually freezes, it'll heat the battery so that it doesn't impact charging. The previous battery that I had, I kind of forget it was Rely-On was the brand. It did not have that. And we had a very cold winter where we're usually stationary for most of the year in Virginia. And we even had a foot of snow, which never happens where we live. And we were below freezing quite a bit. That battery did not have any built-in heating, so I wanted to make sure our new RV battery had that. So one of the upgrades, just wanted to point out to you. So let's walk around. What I did to save some time is I opened every bay door. So I wanted to show you. Now please pardon the mess, because I'm still trying to figure out the best layout for storage in here. So it's a bit of a mess. And I just bought a portable refrigerator. Looks like a cooler, the type. And I wanted to have that front and center because I wanted to try it out and see how it does, and definitely have easy access to it. But I also have a small TV that I want to be able to use out here. I tried mounting it to the sidewall right here, but that didn't work out so well. So I just have it stuffed in here right now. And I think MoreRide has a ceiling mount, so I might figure out a way to mount it to those bars and just have a flip down situation for the TV. But this is a Bodega portable cooler, and so far so good. And I think I might do a review on this product, so you might want to watch out for future episodes from us where I do give a review on this. But I've only had it 2 days. I still have the box. This is the I don't know, I think 36 liter version. Had some good reviews, so I went ahead and bought it. But what's nice is, look at all the storage in here. A couple things I want to point out, which I can't show it to you right now because all the stuff is in here. But it used to be, at least with our reflection, in order to get to all the, like the back of the wet bay panel, the furnace, the water pump and everything, I'd have to take this whole wall out. I have to unscrew the whole wall back here. But now you don't have to do that. They have they have a latch there and hinges here, and this all swings out. So it's really nice to have. And the amazing surprise that I had is, you know, we're all used to, when you look back there, take that wall down, there's usually a rat's nest of stuff. And I think I have a couple pictures of it when I did open it up. And if I do, I'll put it right up here on your screen so you can see it. And it's so nice and neat in there. It's amazing. I was so thrilled to see that, because I did open it up because I put in water leak sensors, the one that is Wi-Fi enabled. Because like I said, we're mostly stationary, and so we always have our Wi-Fi up and running, and I'll get notifications on my phone if there's a leak. They'll also beep just nice and loudly, so you know you've got one, and where. And so I was back there to put those sensors in, and I was pleasantly surprised how neat and tidy it is back in there. They give you, in addition to your cap light, they give you this LED lighting underneath. So, you know, provide a little romance lighting for any rodents that are thinking about getting into your trailer. And some people claim it's a deterrent. So that would be nice if it is that. So let me show you some more graphic package updates. Once camera adjusts, they put the whole window, surround it with a decal, kind of like how Brinkley's doing it. They put the Grand Design compass right in there. That's pretty cool. And then the other difference, and this is that outside of that window that I was telling you lets in so much light. The other difference is in the late 25 model is we have a black glass door, and we really like that feature. It's just a glass front. The inside looks the same as any other RV door, and but we like that look because it really blends in well with the tinted windows. So I'll show you. I mean, I think I already pointed that out when I was showing you the window screen, but you see, just a regular door, but the front is black glass. And another upgrade that we did just recently is we put in the RV lock, the Trek RV lock, and I do have a installation video that I haven't edited yet, but I do have that. The RV also came with the Lippert screen defender, and since we have the two dogs, that comes in handy. Another upgrade we did, we were at the regional Grand Design Rally for New England, and More Ride was there, and they had these step pads available, and these are all the same size, these three. This one's bigger, that top step, but all you had to do is measure, and it's like one of two sizes, and so we were able to buy those, and they're really nice. We also added this foot brush, boot brush, and what's nice is you mount it underneath the bottom step, and then when you're traveling you can pop it out and mount it underneath the step for travel. The safety rail was included in the new Grand Designs, which is really nice. They do put a dog leash mount there, but to Trish and I were like, that's not really useful because it's up high and they're going to interfere with this. I tried it on them once and they're catching their leashes on them, and we're like, yep, we're not doing that again. So the theme with this RV and several Solitudes is, but not all of them, is storage, and more storage. You saw how big the front bay is, but now look at this. I'm just going to walk around and show you this. This is why our living room is raised up. The 390RK has the rear kitchen. It's raised up as well, so they have this. And the 380 FLR has a raised rear of the coach. And so there's like 3 or 4 Solitude models that have this storage. And it is amazing. It's the biggest reason why we bought this floor plan. That and the fact that going down the road, we have access to our bathroom, whereas the 380 FLR, which is one we originally wanted, it has a bath and a half, but neither bathroom is available without opening up slides. So the nice thing in here too is the lighting. It's got LED lighting on both sides over there, you can see. And here's the switch right here. And then this is our Wi-Fi or hub for those water leak sensors. And you just got to tie it into your Wi-Fi. So look at all this storage. It too is a mess. We're still kind of figuring this out, but it's a great place. We keep our luggage there, so whenever we travel away from the RV, it's out of the way. So a lot of light things are in here, but we do have a couple heavy things as well, which I'll show you. But these they're on these things, so they open and close very easily. And then what I use this bay for the most part, besides my brand new fishing pole, can't wait to get back into surf fishing, but I thought this was a great place to put all my tools. We're running down the road, if we have a tire issue, flat tire, blowout, what have you. On the safe side of the RV, I have easy access without digging through stuff to get to my tools, and I can easily change my own flat. So I love having this here, very easily accessible. It's awesome. Before we move along much further, hopefully I won't hit my head on the door, I want to point out we did add independent suspension, which gives you an idea what it looks like. And the ride is so much better than with the traditional leaf springs. So it's a difference you notice right away. And I'm hoping that we don't have any issues. We never really had any issues with our previous two RVs with that. We had one blowout once, but the suspension didn't really take a hit. But I don't want one either. All those stories about it and just the ride difference is so much better. So that was a definite upgrade that I wanted to do. So you can see all this storage. Let me show you the best part of it. We live at the beach for most of the year, and having our e-bikes outside, which is what we did until we bought this, or actually we started putting them in Trisha's Jeep just to get them out of the weather because they started rusting. And so, see, you can see some rust there on the brakes that I have to deal with. But to have this tray and to be able to put the bikes in here is a lifesaver as far as the investment on these two e-bikes. So they sit here, we strap them down on travel days. For my birthday, Trisha got me, which I just had, Trisha got me these ratcheting or retractable ratchet straps that I'm going to use on this. And what we do when we travel is we ratchet the bikes, we strap the bikes to the framing in here so that they don't slide around when we're traveling down the road. But check out the sliding tray for the storage. It really is amazing. I mean, look at this, all this storage here. So right now we just have Trisha had the idea that we pack a bin for hiking stuff. We have a bin back here for all of our biking gear, helmets, the power cords to charge them. So we have that, and then we have a bin with just stuff we haven't figured out what to do with yet. But this tray is fantastic. So a little side note, one of the problems we had, you see my little blue tape, painter's tape there covering up those latch holes. I had these two latches failed on me. Like I'd pull up on it and it wouldn't do anything. So Grand Design sending us new ones. But a little tip, and I might do a separate video on this, but a little tip is if you have to have these replaced, make sure the lock comes with it, because you can't take these out and put them in another one. By accident, they sent me new ones without the lock, and so I called Grand Design and I said, how do I get this lock out so I can put it in the new ones? Well, you need a special key to do that, which I don't have. So they said, we'll send you new ones with the lock in it, keyed like the key that I have now. And I'm supposed to be getting those on Monday, so I'm excited to see those. The other thing I'll tell you too that's disappointing. One of the things I was planning on doing, a little bit at a time because these things are expensive, but I was expecting or planning on replacing these with the RV Lock brand baggage door latches. But I come to find out when I did their compatibility test on their website, they don't have anything compatible for these. And these are the Lippert slam latch. So you won't be able to upgrade these to an RV Lock replacement if you have these. So I'm kind of stuck with these. That bums me out a bit because I want the added security, because some of these baggage doors only have one locking latch, which I'll show you when we go over here. But pretty well lit. There's also light there if I need it. But it is like a cave if you don't have all these doors open. But thankfully there's some lighting in here that helps with that. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I'll show you with the graphic upgrade is this is a decal around the back window, kind of disguises it a little bit. Again, kind of like the Brinkley design, which I like the look. And here's more storage over here. I keep all the car and RV washing stuff here. Some dump stuff back there. And over here, more car washing stuff and just extra stuff. We keep our extra dining chairs in here, still wrapped into plastic. And another thing I like about this, about the Solitudes, is they give you this power cord reel. So it's still all disconnected. Class A's and some fifth wheel brands, they'll actually have the reel, but it's tied into the electric, so it doesn't fully come out. They usually just have a hole here for the cord to come out. This one is totally disconnected. You see that end and the other end's there, connected to the pedestal. But I do love this. It makes travel day a lot easier because you have a place to store it. It's protected, and it's just simpler because those power cords are very heavy, and this is a big help because of that. So love it. Part of the design too, I don't know if these are in previous models, but the Grand Design logo is right there in the hub. And what else can I tell you? Oh, one of the modifications we had done to our RV when we bought it was to install this hole. We use the Blue Technology 3 canister water filtration system, and so I need a place to put it. A lot of people have it outside, but in the wintertime, if we go below freezing, I can't do that, since we live in this full time. So I need a place to put it where it's heated. So it's not going to fit in here, obviously. It's very small. So I needed a place to put it, but able to put the hoses back and forth. So I talked to the folks at Webb's, and Keith is the guy we've been working with. I told you in the previous video, he's worked for Webb's for over 40 years. And he did a lot of our prep work before we drove off in this thing when we bought it. And I said, I need a solution for all this stuff. And he and I talked about it, and he goes, well, what about if we put one of these in here? So we drilled the hole, put the product in there, and then on travel days or whenever I don't need the water hooked up, I just cap it off with this. Just it's threaded, thread that baby in there, and we're ready to go down the road. And when we're parked, we have access to our water. So this is coming from the faucet. It goes up in here, out through here to the inside. The input of the filter system out here. The other thing I do, these will freeze in the wintertime and break. You don't want that. So I have our pressure regulator on the outside here, goes back over, and then I also power our Starlink. The power cord goes there because the Starlink I got mounted right there. And so from the dish, this cable comes through, goes over there. So it really serves multiple purposes and really is convenient. I love it. I think I told you all the upgrades except maybe one. We also upgraded to the dual pane windows. Our 337 reflection, 337 RLS the reflection had single pane. Our Imagine, we had a 21 Imagine 3100 RD. Both of those are single pane, and you don't notice it so much when you're in the summer camping, but this past winter we spent it in our 337. Again, a very cold winter. It is so, those windows are so drafty. You're nice and warm in there when the furnace is running, but when the furnace stopped running, not so comfortable in the RV. So we wanted to do the dual pane windows. They add one R value to the single pane, but one of the things we love about the dual pane windows, it's a lot quieter. You don't hear the outside noise as much. So we thought that was a worthy upgrade for us. So I guess what we should do too is share with you all of our statistics on this RV. It's 42.5 feet long, and our dry weight is 16,636 pounds, and our max capacity weight is 19,000 pounds. Those are the stats of, you know, the length and the weight, and so I hope you find that helpful. But that concludes our tour of our 2025 Grand Design Solitude 376 RD. Tricia said earlier, we hope you like, subscribe, and share this video. But for those of you who are our subscribers, especially those of you that came in the early stages, we just recently went over the 500 subscriber mark, and that's huge for us. We always tell people we got a small YouTube channel, and it's growing, but we thank every one of you who've taken the time and energy to subscribe, and that you stay with us and you're patient, because we don't put videos out regularly. We both have full-time jobs. We do videos when we can, and I edit them when I can. So I appreciate your patience. Thank you for following us, and we hope you stick around for more of our adventures. Take care. Thank you.